Georgia, with other college officials, recognized there was a need to grow medical education beyond our branch campus in North Georgia, and to invest in the next generation of osteopathic physicians and healthcare professionals. We were fortunate to gain considerable support from legislators, local and regional businesses, healthcare and education stakeholders, and community members in South Georgia. We were supported by the likes of Jim Matney, President and Chief Executive Officer of Colquitt Regional Medical Center, and today's commencement speaker, whose goal it had been to build a regional site for rural medical education. The South Georgia Medical Education and Research Consortium further buoyed our efforts. In December of 2017, we received initial approval from the American Osteopathic Association's Commission on Osteopathic College Accreditation to move forward with the development of PCOM South Georgia. Jeter Partners, a company owned and operated by brothers Jimmy and Dan Jeter, generously donated a portion of a tract of land, 31 acres in the heart of Colquitt County. Our teaching location came to fruition. PCOM South Georgia was created to be a place that would inspire, motivate, and empower the healthcare leaders of tomorrow, leaders who will be dedicated to addressing our nation's physician shortage, healthcare disparities, and to advancing medicine in underserved rural communities in Georgia, specifically in South Georgia. Graduates, for the past 4 years, our faculty, researchers, and clinical partners poured their hearts and souls into your education, fully committing to your success. Our leadership and staff have provided you with
and empower the healthcare leaders of tomorrow,
creating an academic
leaders
environment
who will be dedicated to addressing our nation's physician shortage, healthcare disparities, and to advancing medicine in underserved rural communities in Georgia, specifically in South Georgia.
You believed in and supported our mission, embraced and celebrated our osteopathic tradition,
researchers and clinical partners
125
poured their hearts and souls into your
academic
education,
excellence.
fully committing to your success.
For being
Our
PCOM
leadership and
South
staff
Georgia's
have motivate and empower the healthcare leaders of tomorrow, creating an academic environment dedicated to addressing our nation's physician shortage, healthcare disparities, and to advancing medicine in underserved rural communities in Georgia, specifically in South Georgia.
You believed in and supported our mission. At this time, I'd like to ask Mr. John Carney, member of the Board of Trustees for PCOM, to bring his welcoming remarks.
Are we going to start this? First of all, this is the first class for Georgia South. Let me, not good enough. I want complaints from Atlanta. That's too loud here. All right? Come on, let's go. I knew it was in you. President Dr. Felstein, Provost Dr. Veit, my fellow trustees, faculty and staff, alumni, honored guests, families and friends, and the distinguished members of class of 2023. Come on now, let's give them. 8 years ago, we started planning this. 8 years ago. Today, it came to fruition. And 8 years from now, it'll be a different place. We're hoping. That. But education has started. It is a pleasure to be here with you this momentous occasion. I am pleased and honored to extend congratulations to all of our graduates across our academic programs. I trust that our graduates have gathered here today feel proud of this defining moment. The accumulation of all their accomplishments. Your years here at PCOM have been marked by intellectual and clinical exploration and deep immersion in your chosen field and dedicated work. All have undertaken during very, very challenging times. I also want to acknowledge the parents, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the friends, the children, and the significant others who helped make this day possible. Thank you. For all of you have done and supported these graduates, your encouragement and your sacrifice is well noted. How proud you must be of these who have become of our impact that they are poised to make, ensuring better health and wellness for society, our class of 2023. Today you are graduating from an extraordinary institution, one with nearly 125 years of academic excellence. You are soon to become alumni, joining over 19,000 fellow PCOM alumni spread throughout the nation and the world. I urge you to become educators for their greatness. Be known for your professional accomplishments, but also for your humanity and humility, for your passion and compassion. Advocate for those in need and advance science and research to service all. In doing so, you may always succeed the pride and the joy that you feel here today of your accomplishment. I offer you all best of wishes for continued success and happiness. And again, congratulations. Thank you.
Sir, I present Jim Matney to receive at your hand the Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. The doctoral citation reads as follows. James L. Matney is a business and civic leader in South Georgia who has played a prominent role in improving healthcare quality in Colquitt County and throughout the region, and has served as Chief Executive Officer of Colquitt Regional Medical Center since August of 2011. And Mr. Matney was instrumental in helping PCOM establish its South Georgia campus and founding the Georgia South Family Medicine and Psychiatry residency programs at Colquitt Regional Medical Center. And Mr. Matney began his career as a Chief Financial Officer for HCA and Columbia Healthcare, where he served hospitals in Indiana, Virginia, Tennessee, and Oregon, before relocating to Phoenix, Arizona, to become Chief Operating Officer for Phoenix Baptist Hospital. Mr. Matney has served as Chief Executive Officer of Valley View Medical Center in Bullhead City, Arizona, CEO of Jack Houston Memorial Hospital in Phoenix City, Alabama, and CEO of Smith Northview Hospital in Valdosta, Georgia. And Colquitt Regional Medical Center has experienced record growth under Mr. Matney's leadership, including the recruitment of additional specialists to the medical staff, investments in the latest technology for patient care, the acquisition of a skilled nursing facility, and the opening of Vereen Rehabilitation Center, which is the most significant expansion and renovation project in the hospital's history. And Mr. Matney oversaw the opening of a more than $30 million, 60,000 square foot expansion of the hospital with a new emergency department, surgical suites, intensive care unit, and centralized patient lobby. And Mr. Matney ushered in a new service line, radiation oncology, to the Edwards Cancer Center, which is also expanding to include gynecologic oncology, and the America's Bank Graduate Medical Education Building is under construction on the hospital campus, with expected completion this fall. For his commitment to the community, the Moultrie-Colquitt County Chamber of Commerce presented Mr. Matney with the 2015 Man of the Year Award. Mr. Matney holds a Bachelor of Business Administration degree from Berea College in Berea, Kentucky, and a Master of Health Administration from the Medical College of Virginia. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine hereby salutes Mr. Matney as a healthcare executive whose leadership and influence has improved the health and wellness of people across the country and especially in South Georgia. Mr. Carney.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer unto you, Jim Matney, honoris causa, with all rights, titles, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to this 25th day of May, 2023. Congratulations.
It is now my privilege and pleasure to invite my friend, Mr. Jim Matney, to deliver the commencement address. And he promised me that you do not have to call him doctor after graduation today.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jim Matney. I'm just glad I beat some of my friends out there like Kristen and Will. I got mine first, so. Distinguished guests, faculty, and most importantly, the first graduating class of PCOM South Georgia. It is my distinct privilege and one of the biggest honors of my career to stand here today delivering the first commencement speech for the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, South Georgia. In fact, that's what I want to talk about today. Let's all be the first. Ralph Waldo Emerson, my staff told me I'd mess up on that, once said, "Do not go where the path may lead, but instead go where there's no path and leave a trail." And that's exactly what happened here today. When you moved to South Georgia 4 years ago, you most likely thought that 4 years would take an eternity, especially being in a new South Georgia town that you probably never heard of before. Countless hours of studying, numerous tests, quizzes, many study sessions have filled the days that have led to where you sit today. Laughter and even tears have been shared, and friendships have been forged with one common thread, being the first class to graduate from PCOM South Georgia. Please join me in a round of applause for these guys. Being the first, while it's an incredible honor, it isn't always easy. I've been in healthcare for administration for over 40 years, and during that time, I've seen much change, but never at a quicker pace than it is now. When I started as CEO of Colquitt Regional Medical Center over 12 years ago, we took a hospital that had good bones, good solid foundation, good facilities, and a good workforce. But those that know me, the word good is not in my vocabulary. Instead of just a hospital, I envisioned a health system located in the middle of Southwest Georgia with the potential to transform the way healthcare is delivered in the region. You see, I'm someone who looks to the future. One of my favorite quotes is from Robert F. Kennedy. "Some men see things as they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not." For years, I've dreamed of a medical school in our community, and for years, I was laughed at when I shared that vision with others who never dared to believe that we could have a medical school in our region. As a matter of fact, I love to remind those people today of their reaction back then. Prior to the medical school being built, I received a similar response from my peers when I told them that we were willing to launch the first medical residency program in our region in over 20 years. They thought I was crazy, and I wondered quietly if I'd bitten off more than I could chew. But we worked hard to pull resources together and establish a plan that has been proven to be successful. This summer, we will graduate our 5th class of family medicine residencies, and we will welcome our 2nd class of psychiatry residents to our graduate medical education program. If you're going to be the first, you must be brave and you must be willing to be criticized from time to time. Not only have you, the students, shown great bravery in your medical education, but there's quite a few others in the room who have exhibited persistence and courage. Dr. Feldstein and the leadership of PCOM decided that pursuing medical education in a rural community was a challenge worth chasing. Regional CEOs, medical staff, and the South Georgia Medical Education and Resource Consortium, who collectively came together to ensure that there'd be plenty of opportunities for you, the students, to carry out your clinical rotations if a medical school was going to be established. Our community partners in Moultrie, members of the Colquitt County Board of Commissioners, the Moultrie City Council, the Colquitt County Economic Development Authorities, and as Jay said, even private citizens like Dan and Jimmy Jeter, who actually put the land up for the education building to be there. Everybody worked together, was willing to put this on the table to make South Georgia a reality. Let's give all those folks a round of applause. And while I'm giving recognition, I want to acknowledge my appreciation to the Hospital Authority of Colquitt County, who allowed me time to dedicate to this endeavor. To my wife, Jill, my children, William, Sarah, and Henry, thank you for standing by my side as I devoted time away from our family in pursuit of bringing medical education opportunities here. I had no doubt that I wanted our community and Colquitt Regional Medical Center to be part of this monumental first for South Georgia. I'm sure that there was times when Jessica Ribbach would agree that many of those early first conversations were difficult and even felt impossible at times. But looking across the group of these graduates confirms that all the work that led us today was certainly worth it. As you walk across the stage, it's important for you to remember that with this incredible accomplishment, there comes immense responsibility with being the first. Each one of you will be the first resident from PCOM South Georgia to matriculate into your residency program. Soon you'll be spreading out all over the country. While PCOM is well known, many of your co-residents, faculty, and program directors will have never heard of PCOM South Georgia. You will be their first impression of the quality of the education. In the words of Will Rogers, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. You'll be remembered in history as the first graduating class of PCOM South Georgia, but I want to challenge you to be the first as you continue throughout your career. Be the first resident in your cohort to publish a medical study. Be the first physician to introduce a new patient care model. Be the first to enter into a subspecialty fellowship. Don't be afraid to push the boundaries and forge new paths that has never been considered or thought possible. There's no limit on what you can achieve if you're determined and persistent. I implore you to use the trials and challenges that will surely come your way, to fuel the passion and drive. Take inspiration from pioneers who have come before you, the individuals who were the first to discover groundbreaking treatments, the first to introduce new technologies, and the first to challenge conventional wisdom. Many people don't know, but years ago, I taught graduate courses in healthcare administration at A.T. Still University. Andrew Taylor Still is credited as being the founder of osteopathic medicine and founded the first medical school of osteopathic medicine in 1892. However, he was not without serious challenges. When Dr. Still returned home from serving as a Civil War doctor, he lost his first wife and 3 children to illness. This heartbreak and inability to save his own family was the catalyst that propelled him to search for ways to keep others from experiencing this devastation. Along the way, he faced opposition, moved several times, but he eventually found a community that would accept his new model of medicine. As you navigate the road ahead, remember the story of Andrew Still. Not everyone will be a founder of a new medical school or a new discipline of medicine, but everyone can be the first at something. Let this be your guiding principle of your career. Be the Andrew Stills of your class. Be resilient. Do something no one ever thought possible. You should also remember that being first is not just about achieving personal success, but advancing the greater good. It's about making a difference in the lives of your patients, your communities, and yes, the world at large. It's about being a leader, a role model, not just for your peers, but for future generations of medical professions. To the first graduating class of PCOM South Georgia, I say to you, be the first. Be the first. Be brave. You're here for a purpose. You're strong, focused, and willing to do what it takes. And like the great pioneers that have come before you, you have already left an enduring legacy. Congratulations on your achievement, and may your future endeavors be filled with success, joy, and prosperity. May God bless all of you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Matney. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the individual program deans who will each address their respective graduates. First, Dr. Robert Lloyd, Interim Dean and Chief Academic Officer of the Osteopathic Medicine Program, will address the DO class of 2023, followed by Dr. Gregory McDonald, Dean of the School of Health Sciences, who will address the Biomedical Science class of 2023.
Welcome. Welcome to all our honored guests, family, and graduates. On behalf of the faculty at PCOM South Georgia, congratulations to all our DO graduates. This is your day, a day that was many years in the making. In this journey, you have acquired a vast amount of knowledge, experience, and skill. As faculty, administration, and staff, your accomplishments make us proud and also very excited for your future ahead. There have been many challenges, but in spite of opening a new campus, pivoting during the pandemic, rolling out a new curriculum, as well as the typical rigor of medical school, you have succeeded, both in your didactics and your clinical experiences. Our hope as faculty is that you'll be ever mindful of the great privilege and honor it is to train and practice as an osteopathic physician. And now, with your degree very soon at hand, the next stage of your training is about to begin. It is our wish as members of the community of PCOM South Georgia to wish you the very best in all your future endeavors, your training, and your practice.
Welcome guests, graduates, family and friends, faculty, staff, and alumni. I'm Dr. Greg McDonald. I'm the Dean of the School of Health Sciences, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all to celebrate the Biomedical Science class of 2023. I want to take a moment to recognize each and every one of you. Some of you started your PCOM journey during the early onset of COVID-19. Others started during and after we returned to our new sense of normalcy. You have all been resilient and have pivoted in short periods of time to embrace novel methods of learning, of teaching, and testing, and are sitting here today as class of 2023. You all rose to meet these new challenges and expectations in a dignified and professional manner, and for this you should be incredibly proud. You all have the education and the skills necessary to take on what is to come tomorrow. Be bold, be wise, do not let your guard down. Use the same tenacity you succeeded with at PCOM and apply it into the workforce, in your community, in your country, and ultimately in the world as a whole. I, for one, look forward to living in that world that you create, where we all live in a safe, healthy, diverse, and inclusive society. Good luck, class of 2023.
At this time, we'll have the presentation of degrees in course and final roll call of all the graduates. If Dr. Feldstein could approach the podium, and Dr. Lloyd, followed by Dr. McDonald, will you please approach the podium?
Would the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine please rise? President Feldstein, it is my honor to present these students who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine as established by the faculty and the Board of Trustees. I present them, sir, on recommendation of the faculty and by vote of the Board of Trustees to receive at your hand the degree Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine as earned, with all rights, titles, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Class, you may be seated.
Would the candidates for the degree Master of Science in Biomedical Science please rise? President Feldstein, I have the honor to present these students who have successfully completed the requirements for the degree Master of Science in Biomedical Science, as established by the faculty and the Board of Trustees. I present them, sir, on recommendation of the faculty and by a vote of the Board of Trustees to receive at your hand the degree Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences as earned, with all rights, titles, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
You may be seated.
The PCOM South Georgia classes of 2023 will now answer their final collegiate roll call. I would like to invite the first row from the DO class to please rise and approach the stage. Dr. Lloyd will hood the graduates with assistance from physicians who have immediate family members in the graduating class. Hooders, please take your place on the hooding area.
Dr. James Trenton Greiner. Dr. John Henry Allen. Dr. Susie Vu Pace. Dr. Julia Michelle Patterson. Dr. Shelby McCoy Flowers. Dr. Paulina Sima Bierenbaum. Dr. Allison Brooke Meyer. Dr. McKay Nichols Morrow. Dr. Kaylin Edward Demuth. Dr. Christian Gaston Edwards. Dr. Dallas Alexander Green. Dr. Griffin Tigert Clyett. Dr. Matthew Thomas Powell. Dr. Manali N. Shaw. Dr. Eliza Marie Perez. Dr. Moshe Erdfrocht. Dr. Max Blaze Kabalowski. Dr. Michael Lee Phillips, Jr. Dr. William Dennison Brewster, Jr. Dr. Chizoba Ogechi Akuwane. Dr. Xavier Yashika Taylor. Dr. Gershon Kaur. Dr. Mamta Isarani. Dr. Keith Woodward Gramling, Jr. Dr. Nikhil Yeshwant Patel. Dr. Caroline Justina Chum. Dr. Miles Patrick McCabe. Dr. Smira Saikumar. Dr. Ravi Vishnu Soni. Dr. Pavan Patel. Dr. Lucas Scribner Heiler. Dr. Dhruv Patel. Dr. Kathleen May Uy Bryan. Dr. Gioset Garcia. Dr. Dania Jamal. Dr. Sun Nam Win. Dr. Jasmine E. Kelly. Dr. Jasmine R. Rogers. Dr. Anthony James Hubbard. Dr. Tyler Patrick Dunn. Dr. Shivani Sukhchand. Dr. Shruti Vagasia. Dr. Setu Deepak Patel. Dr. Jessica Marie Youssef.
Peter Hukwe Jen.
Dr. Allison Joy Tresner. Dr. Daniel Alexander Sorial. Dr. Andres Tortolero.
Dr. Woodley Dominique.
Dr. Quy Van.
Thank you, graduates, and thank you, Dr. Lloyd. Finally, presenting the class of 2023 from the School of Health Sciences, I would like to invite the class to please rise and approach the stage. Dr. McDonald will hood the graduates.
Perry Chandler Mullis. Timothy Cole DeMott. Abhishek Tuluang Sir. Gary Alvin Sellers II. Caleb Rogers. Anna Beth Boyette. Sarah Kate Boyette.
Would all the graduates now please rise? I present to you PCOM South Georgia's graduates from the classes of 2023. A round of applause, please. Congratulations to each of you. You now have achieved your goal. At this time, you may be seated. At this time, Dr. Paul Lapointe, President of the Alumni Association, will lead the osteopathic medicine graduates in the osteopathic oath.
Good afternoon. The oath can be found at the back page of your program. Graduates, please stand and read the osteopathic oath with me as I read it aloud. I do hereby affirm my loyalty to my profession I'm about to enter. I will be ever mindful of my great responsibility to preserve the health and the life of my patients, to retain their confidence and respect, both as a physician and a friend, who will guard their secrets with scrupulous honor and fidelity, to perform faithfully my professional duties, to employ all those recognized methods of treatment consistent with good judgment and with my skill and ability, keeping in mind always nature's laws and the body's inherent capacity for recovery. I will be ever vigilant in aiding in the general welfare of the community, sustaining its laws and institutions, not engaging in those practices which will in any way shame or discredit upon myself or my profession. I will give no drugs for deadly purposes to any person, though it may be asked of me. I will endeavor to work in accord with my colleagues in a spirit of progressive cooperation, and never by word or act cast imputations upon them or their rightful practices. I will look with respect and esteem upon all those who have taught me my art. To my college, I will be loyal and strive always for its best interests and for the interests of students who will come after me. I will be ever alert to further the application of basic biological truths to the healing arts and develop the principles of osteopathy, which were first enunciated by Andrew Taylor Still. Please be seated. In closing, as president of the PCOM Alumni Association, I have the honor and privilege of congratulating all of the graduates and welcoming you to our association. For over 100 years, the PCOM Alumni Association has been an integral part of the college, offering, among other things, scholarships, awards, and mentorship. In my capacity as president, I ask you all to please stand. Graduates, to please stand. Graduates, you may now move your tassels from right to left.
Thank you, Dr. LaPointe. You now may be seated. To all the congratulations you have received, may I add my personal regards and cordial best wishes to each and every one of you. You have now achieved your goal. You have earned your graduate degree. I'm confident that you will find great reward and success in your chosen career. Serve well your profession, that it may better serve you. Before concluding, I want to make some recognitions. You'll be interested to know that 2 South Georgia graduates got engaged during the school year. 4 students got married while in school. Together, the graduates have a total of 9 children, of which 6 were born during school. I have no idea where they found the time. Each of our new graduates have earned our congratulations on this significant accomplishment. However, we know that you did not make this journey alone. They did so with the support of parents, spouses, and significant others, children, and friends. At this time, I ask the graduates to turn and thank the parents, spouses, children, and other family members and friends who have supported you throughout your graduate studies. It is also important to note that in addition to their dedication to the classroom and to their patients, members of the class of 2023 have volunteered their time with more than 3,035 hours of community service around the South Georgia area and sponsored more than 288 community outreach events. We applaud the spirit of service. On behalf of the college, we also thank all the friends and family members who are with us today to share this event with our graduates and faculty. To our graduates, we could not be prouder of you or happier for you. Today you have our congratulations, but tomorrow and always you will have our hopes and prayers. This concludes our ceremony.